Hi, it's Jacci. We're going to do some yoga together today. So if you have a yoga mat or a place you can stretch out on the floor, go ahead and get those things. If you have a blanket, we can use those to pad the knees or the neck when we're lying down. So get the things that you need, get yourself settled, and I recommend that you turn off your devices and close the door of the room that you're in. Just give yourself a little bit of time for your practice today. And we're going to begin our practice on lying down on the back. So as you're ready, get yourself settled and come on to lie down on your back. Once you get down onto your back, I'd like you to have room behind you to stretch your arms up over your head. So take a moment and stretch. You can wiggle your fingers, kind of some awakening breath, and then bring your arms down and draw your knees into your chest one at a time. And then you can move your feet, circling your ankles. Wrist circles and ankle circles are quite nice, soothing for the joints and soothing for the brain too. So nice little simple movements. And then you can shake a little bit, just shake off the day, shake your feet, shake your hands. And then you can let your hands rest, your neck and shoulders comfortable, and we're going to begin to straighten the legs toward the ceiling one at a time. So just reach one heel up toward the ceiling, push your heel up and spread your toes, and then bend that knee. And then push the other heel up. And then let that knee bend, and we'll just do each side a couple more times. You want to get that heel pretty much over your hip, not close to your face. And then again, pushing the heel up. So it's pretty much right over your hip. And then bend the knee. Let's do each side one more time. Just some awareness of the backs of the legs and the knee joints and maybe the hip joints. And then bend the knee. And now both legs at the same time. And we'll start to coordinate with the breath. So on the inhale, push your heels up. And on the exhale, bend your knees. And you might be pulling the knees a little bit towards your belly, a little pressure on your belly. And then inhale, push your heels up, spread the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Now this time, add your arms. So as you push your heels up toward the ceiling, lift your arms up over your head to the floor behind you. And on the exhale, slowly bend the knees, slowly lower your arms. We're trying to breathe slowly and move slowly. Inhale. And exhale. You might even imagine that your breath is moving your body so that as the inhale begins, it lifts your arms up, lifts your legs up. And as the exhale begins, it moves everything back down. And try breathing in and out through your nose. So we'll do one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time, do just your right leg and your left arm, opposite sides. And then exhale and bend the knee and lower your arm. And then please switch sides. So left leg, right arm. Exhale, bend the knee, lower your arm, and we'll do each side one more time. Right leg, left arm, inhale. Bend the knee, lower your arm, exhale. And left leg, right arm, inhale. Exhale, lower. Now both again, at both legs, both arms, everything up. Inhale. Exhale. And then the next one, we're going to lift everything and hold them up there for 3 breaths. So on the inhale, lengthen your arms over your head, push your heels up toward the ceiling, and as you hold on the exhale, soften your elbows, soften your knees, and pull your belly in. And as you hold on the inhale, lengthen back out. And again, exhale, belly in, soften the joints. Inhale, lengthen back out. One more, exhale. Inhale. And then slowly exhale everything down, bend the knees, lower the arms, and then lower your feet to the floor one at a time. Take a breath, just notice your shoulders, your hips. And then for the next movement, we're going to come on to hands and knees. So roll to your side and please use your hands to push yourself up. And then when you come up to all fours, you may want to use something to pad your knees. So I have a blanket here I'm going to use. You can get what you need. If you're on a carpet, you might not need any padding. All right, so we're going to come into the tabletop position. So we're going to have the hands underneath the shoulders and the hips right over the knees. So coming to all fours, take an in-breath, lift your chest and your eyes. Exhale, begin to pull the belly in and fold back to child's pose. We're going to let the elbows just fold down, the head bow down toward the floor, and then rise back up to all fours, lifting chest, eyes, almost like you're pulling yourself up with your hands. Exhale, belly in, and then exhale back. Hopefully you feel a nice stretch down the low back. Inhale back up. And exhale back. So we're going to start to move the right leg. So on the inhale, lift and stretch your right leg back behind you. Flex the foot, lift your chest. Exhale, lower your knee down and fold back, belly in. And same leg again. So come up on the inhale, lift your right leg, both arms steady and strong, eyes lift. And as if the exhale brings you down, fold back. And one more time, inhale, lift your right leg. And stay here on the exhale. Put the toes of your right foot down on the floor. Notice how this levels out your hips. Inhale, lengthen through that heel and pick the foot back up, maybe just the height of your hip, lift your chest. And then exhale, put the foot back down, lower your eyes, pull your belly in. One more, inhale, lengthen through the heel, lift. And now keep your foot up and bend that knee. And we're going to make some hip circles. So let that knee circle around. Could be big or small. See what you're noticing in the right hip and maybe the left hip. Go the other direction with your circles and notice if your left arm is getting a little lazy or you're dropping your head. And then touch the knee down, and we're going to do the fire hydrant. We're going to lift the knee out to the side. So inhale, lift your knee out to the side, still right leg. Exhale smoothly down. Pull your belly in here. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale smoothly down. Fold back to child's pose. Maybe spread your fingers, wiggle your fingers. Inhale to tabletop. Lift your chest and eyes. Exhale, rounding back, pulling in the navel as you go back, and now we're going to start to move the left leg. So inhale, left leg lifts, chest, eyes lift. Exhale, lower the knee down, fold back to child's pose. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, fold back. Still just breathing slowly, moving slowly. Inhale, left leg lifts. And this time hold it up, and then you can put the toes of that foot down on the floor. You might push the heel back to get a little stretch in the back of the leg. And then inhale, lift the foot, lift your chest, lift your eyes. Slowly exhale, touch the toes down, pull your belly in, lower your eyes. So it's a small movement, so go slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the foot, lift your chest, and then bend your knee, your left knee, and make some hip circles from the left side so that knee can sweep around, big or small. Keep both arms steady and strong. Change the direction of your circles, and try not to drop your head. And then put the knee down, and again, we'll do the fire hydrant movement. That's the Sanskrit word. Inhale, left knee out to the side. Exhale down. I don't think there's a Sanskrit term for this movement. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, belly in. And one more. Inhale. Exhale down, and then fold back to child's pose. Feel free to move your fingers and wrists. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale, rounding back. So please inhale up to tabletop and pause. Have your hands about shoulder width apart or maybe an inch or two wider. Spread the fingers wide. We're going to push up to downward facing dog pose. So tuck the toes under and push up to downward facing dog. And see what you notice. So you can pedal out your legs, bending one knee at a time. You can push down through the hands, maybe bend both knees and feel how that lengthens the back, especially lifting the hips up a little bit more. See what you feel. Keep breathing. And then the movement we're going to do is to go up and down between our dog pose and our tabletop position. So as smoothly as you can on an inhale, lower your knees down. Maybe they touch right at the same time. Lift your chest and eyes. Exhale, pull the belly in first and then slow trip back up to downward facing dog. And a couple times like that. So inhale to your knees, lift chest and eyes. Exhale back. Again, slow trip down, lift your chest as you lower your knees softly, and then exhale back. And then inhale to your knees, and we're going to stand up on the knees. So once you get up, you might want to make some wrist circles, and then when you're in this position, make sure your knees are comfortable. You might want to pad the knees. You can tuck your toes under or have the feet flat, whichever you like. And then we're going to inhale the arms out to the side and up over our head. And lift your chest, lift your eyes, big breath. On the exhale, we're going to take the hands behind the back and let the chest bow forward. Just stack up your hands on your low back. And on your inhale, lift your chest, sweep your arms back up, and eyes, chest can lift. Again, exhale down, stacking the hands up on your back. Maybe you bow down further. Maybe you even touch your forehead to the floor. Inhale back up, but you want to be able to get back up smoothly. So go down in some amount where you can come back up easily. We're going to go two more. Exhale down. It's called lightning pose. Inhale. In Sanskrit, it's called Vajrasana. One more. Exhale. Switch the way you're stacking up your hands maybe behind your back. Inhale back up. Now, exhale your arms down. Take a moment to circle your shoulders, turn your head side to side, and we're going to do a variation of that movement. So on the inhale, both arms are going to sweep back up, and as we exhale, the left arm's going to stay up. I'm going to bring my right hand only behind my back. As I bow down, I'm going to turn my head to the right. And then lengthening through that left arm, lifting the chest, sweep back up, lift your right arm up too. And same side, same thing. So exhale, right hand behind your back, belly in as you bow down, look right. And then lengthening the chest, lengthening the arm, sweep up, lift your right arm. One more time, right side. Exhale, belly in, bow. Right hand touches the low back. And lengthen back up, inhale. And then we're just going to switch arms. So exhale, left hand behind the back, bow. Turn your head left. And then inhale, rise back up. Sweeping the left arm up as well. Two more to that side. Exhale down, belly in. And lengthening, lifting the chest as you come up. Again, exhale, left hand behind. And inhale back up, nice and slow. And then both hands behind. We'll go back to the first movement. Exhale down, belly in. Still, you want to be able to come up with ease. So go down some amount. Both arms sweep up. And one more time. Exhale. And inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands down slowly. Shoulder rolls. Turn your head. Good. And then bring your hands back down. We're going to push back up to downward dog. You might think about trying to lengthen the low back area where we were just opening up in our lightning pose. Breathe. Feel free to pedal out your legs, or like we did earlier, bending both knees.
Or if you remember when we were lying on our back at the very beginning, on the exhale you could soften your knees and soften your elbows. And on the inhale, try to get longer, long arms, long spine, long legs. Maybe 2 more like that. Exhale, soften the knees, soften the elbows, belly in. Inhale, lengthen back out. Exhale. Inhale. And then stay in the pose a little longer if you like, or if you feel ready to come up, we're going to stand up on our feet. So as you're ready, you can walk your feet in, your hands in, and if you did have some padding there under your knees, you can move it out of the way. And once you come up to standing, we're going to move the shoulders, move the head, and we'll swing a little bit. So let your arms swing. You want to have the feet about a little wider than your shoulders, and then swing your arms, turn your head. Should feel nice after the back bends. It's called empty coat sleeves, so you can picture a child in an adult garment, letting the arms flop around. All right, and then come to standing nice and tall. So for the next movement, we're going to keep the feet hip-width apart. This, if you have a yoga block, it's totally fine if you don't, but if you have one, fun to use it, you can put your block in between your legs. And this keeps the legs firm and it keeps the joints lined up. So if you have one, you can use it for that. And then we're going to do the chair pose with the feet forward, touch the hands to the sides of the body. Inhale, lift the chest. On the exhale, hug your belly and slide your hands down the sides of your legs as you sink back with your hips and just lean forward with your chest. Don't drop your head. Keep your spine long. Inhale, back up to standing. Open. Exhale. Inhale. See how you're feeling. What do you notice in your hips? How far down do you like to go? If your knees are bothering you, maybe you don't bend very much. Inhale. So the next one, we're going to hold one breath. On the exhale, slide down. And think about how you were lifting in your lightning pose. Inhale your arms up like a cactus. Lift your chest. And on the exhale, just lower your arms back down. Pull your belly in. And then slide back up to standing on your inhale. Get tall. Lift your chest. This time we're going to hold 2 breaths. So exhale down into your chair. Inhale, cactus arms, feel the spine, lengthen the chest and eyes, lift. Exhale, slowly down, hugging the block if you have it there, belly in. Do that again, inhale. Down, exhale. Come back up to standing, inhale. Lift your chest. We're going to do it 3 breaths this time, so bend your knees a comfortable amount. Exhale down. Inhale, lift chest, eyes, firm legs. Exhale, belly in. Just slowly lower your arms, lower your eyes. Belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Now this breath, inhale, lift your arms and hold them there on the exhale. Maybe you sit down just a little bit more. And then on the inhale, stand up, reach your arms up over your head. And if you like, you can lean back a little bit here. And then exhale, down. You can take that block out if you have one in there. And then jiggle and wiggle things. Take a pause. Take a moment to just stand nice and tall. Maybe even closing the eyes for just a moment. And be aware of your body and your breath. And any awareness of how you feel. And then open your eyes if you close them, and we're going to do a movement in the Warrior 2 position. So in this pose, we step the feet out wide, facing the long edge of the mat. Maybe 1 leg's distance apart. You see what feels good for you. Please turn your right foot out so the toes point toward the short edge of the mat, and then we're going to be bending that right knee. I want that knee to be right over your heel on the bend. And on the exhale, we'll be straightening that leg, so touch your belly, get that, remember that hugging in feeling. So on the inhale, as we bend the knee, we'll sweep the arms up to the height of the shoulders and gaze softly over the right fingertips. And on the exhale, straighten the right leg, lower your arms, touch your belly. hug in the abdomen. So again, inhale, open. Exhale, touch. 2 more like that. Inhale, open, as if the breath is moving you, shoulders lifting up out of your hips. Exhale, touch. Breathing as slowly as you can. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to hold the pose this time. So bend the knee, sweep your arms up. And on the exhale, keeping that bend in your knee, let the shoulders soften and turn your head to the center. And on your inhale, roll your palms open. And a little bit like what we just did in our down dog, exhale, pull your belly and soften your elbows. You feel this contracting feeling, and then inhale, lengthen back out, spine, arms, even the pinky fingers. Exhale, soften the elbows, hug in the belly. Inhale, lengthen back out. 1 more, exhale. 1 more, inhale. And then how does it feel to have your palms open? We're going to hold the pose in stillness for a little bit longer. If you prefer, you can turn the palms back down. You can look over your right fingertips. How do you feel? The warrior poses. This is warrior 2. The warrior poses are poses of courage and strength. So when you get to your next exhale, lower your arms, and then you can straighten the right leg and turn the feet forward. So you can kind of move your hips, see what you notice. And before we do the pose to the other side, we're going to do a forward fold. So touch the hands to the sides of the body. Inhale, lift your chest. And on the exhale, hug your belly in, bend the knees a little bit like what we did in chair pose, and slide your hands down. So you might just go halfway down, or you might let your head hang down toward the floor. On the inhale, slide your hands up to your hips first, and then come up, long spine. And we'll do that 1 more time. So bowing down a comfortable amount for you. Halfway down is fine if it makes you dizzy to hang your head down. Slide your hands up to your hips first, and then rise up and pause. So we're going to do the pose on the other side. You can evaluate the distance between your feet. If you need to adjust, you can adjust. So the left foot's going to turn out 90 degrees, and we're going to be bending that left knee. So just checking how that feels. I want you to feel steady, but also maybe just a little bit challenged. On the exhale, as you straighten that leg, touching the abdomen, remembering we're hugging in the belly on the exhale. And then inhale, bend the knee, let the arms float up to the height of your shoulders. Look over your left fingertips, long arms. Exhale, straighten the leg, touch your belly, turn your head to the center. As slowly as you can, 2 more, inhale. Exhale. You're welcome to breathe slower or faster than me, just as slowly as you can. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. So now we're going to hold the pose. So comfortable bend in your left knee as you inhale, sweep your arms out to the side. Exhale, let the shoulders soften and turn your head to the center. Inhale, roll your palms open. Exhale, soften your elbows, soften your shoulders, and hug in your belly. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen your arms. 2 more like that. Exhale. Can you feel this contracting feeling? And then inhale, that lengthening feeling on the in-breath. Again, exhale. Inhale. And then we're going to stay. Exhale. You can keep your palms up if you like. You can turn the palms back down. You can look left. You can bend the left knee less or more. Remembering the qualities of the warrior poses: courage, strength. You might think about inner strength. The next time you exhale, let your hands come down. Straighten your leg and turn the feet forward. And again, we're going to do a forward fold. So inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, engage the abdomen. Slide your hands down the sides of your legs and bow, maybe a little, maybe a lot. Inhale your hands back up to your hips and then rise up with a long spine. And do that one more time. Exhale down. Hands to your hips, rise up, long spine. And then we're going to go down one more time and we're going to hold, and we're going to do like downward dog with the feet wide. So exhale down the same. Let your hands find the floor. Get your heels grounded down. You want to keep your hips pretty much back over your heels, and then begin to walk your hands forward. They might be a little wider than your shoulders here. You could let your head relax. And just maybe pedaling out the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe just holding. You could even turn your head side to side. Maybe let out some sighs. And then walk your hands back up underneath your shoulders and look up. Exhale, bend both knees and walk your hands up to your hips, and then inhale, slowly lifting the chest. And then you can step your feet together however you like, and then give everything a little jiggle, a little shake, and swing. The swinging movement is so nice for many things. Moves the body, moves fluid around the body, helps with digestion. It feels good. All right, take a moment to notice, stand tall. This is a skill, interoception, to be aware. So you're aware of your physical body and how you're feeling, and you're also aware of how you're feeling. Such a helpful tool. So for the next part, we're going to lie back down on our back. So go ahead and come back to lie on your back. And once you get down, you can do as we did at the beginning and draw your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Might be nice to circle your ankles here after we did our standing poses. Circling the wrist, again, nice for the joints and nice for the brain. So you're welcome to rock side to side or circle your knees. And then we're going to take a couple of breaths in a little twist. So if you could keep your knees up off of your feet up off of the floor and your knees close to your chest, and stretch your arms out to the side at the height of your shoulders. Take an in-breath. And on the exhale, use your abdomen, pull your belly in, let both knees move to one side, and just try to keep them close together as much as you can. And then inhale both knees up to the center, and then exhale over to the other side. So you may go a few inches, you might touch the floor. Inhale, center, keeping the knees together. If you can go way over to the side easily, try to draw your knees closer to your elbow, so they're kind of close to your chest. And on your inhale, try to keep the knees together as you smoothly come up. Exhale to the side, knees towards your chest, knees towards your elbow. Inhale back up as slowly as you can. Let's just do one more time to each side. Exhale. You can turn your head the opposite way if you like. Inhale slowly up. Exhale to the side. Maybe, again, you turn your head to the opposite side. Inhale back up. And then we're going to go to one side and hold. So if you do have a pillow, blanket, block, something like that, you might want to use it to support your knees. So as you draw the knees over to one side, maybe put something there to rest your legs on. So I have my knees going to the right. So notice the opposite shoulder. So if I notice my left shoulder, as long as your shoulder's healthy, it's okay if it's off the floor a bit. But if you have something going on in your shoulder, you may want to adjust your knees so that your shoulder is on the floor. And then a couple of breaths here, noticing the inhale into your chest. And on the exhale, the belly draws in. You can hug the two knees toward each other. That can help. Again, inhale into the chest. Exhale, knees hugging toward each other. And when you begin the next inhale, we're going to come to the center by lifting just the top knee first, and then roll back onto your back. Pause, put your feet down on the floor, and situate your hips and shoulders so that they're even again. And then if you had some support there, you can scoot it over to the other side, draw your knees up, hands out to the sides, and then you can twist over to the other side. So you may notice that one side feels a little different. So now I'm twisting to the left and I'm stretching the right side, which for me is tighter, but you can notice what you feel. Inhale, chest. Exhale, belly. Inhale, chest. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, maybe just sliding your knees ever so slightly closer to each other. Finish the exhale that you're on. And then again, inhale the top knee to the center, and then the second knee, and then lower your feet and even up your shoulders and hips. That's a nice twist to do in bed. You can stick a pillow under your knees. So once you get your feet on the floor, line up your heels with your hip bones. So we want the hips and the knees and the heels all in line. And then place your hands palms down by your sides. We're going to do a few repetitions of the bridge pose to counter that twisting movement. So please inhale your hips up toward the sky. And exhale, hugging in the belly as you come down. And again, hips lift, inhale. And the exhale brings you down. So this time, if you like, you can hold one breath. Inhale, lift. Hold on the exhale, pull in your belly. Hold on the inhale, you maybe lift a little more. Watch that the knees aren't going out to the sides. Exhale down. I'm going to keep the knees right in line with your hip bones. Let's see if we can hold 2 breaths this time. So inhale up. Exhale, stay, belly in. Inhale, stay, maybe lift a little higher. And see if you can maintain that lift on the exhale. One more inhale, lift. And exhale down. Take a breath when you get to the floor and notice how you feel. So I'm going to give you the option of going up one more time. If you want, you could lift and hold 1 breath, or 2 or 3 if you like, up to 3 breaths. So as you're ready, inhale, lift. And maybe you just come right back down on this exhale. If you're ready to come down, you can come on down on an exhale and pull your knees into your chest. If you're still holding, focus on your breath. And if you haven't come down yet, go ahead and exhale down. And then draw your knees toward your chest one at a time. You might even like lifting your chest toward your knees here after that pose. Many people enjoy that. Circle the ankles, circle the wrists, maybe even shaking the hands and the feet. Shake it all off. And you can massage your back, of course. And then lower your feet back down one at a time. We're going to let the legs rest with the knees bent. So for some people, having the feet a little bit apart and the knees touching is helpful, more comfortable for the back. It puts the lumbar spine in a nice neutral, comfortable position. So see what's helpful for you. Bring your hands to your sides. If it's comfortable, let the hands face palms up. Free breath. Let go of the effort to breathe now. Feel the support of the floor. See if there's any adjustment that you can make in your shoulders or your neck, or maybe you use a little support under your neck. As we begin to settle down for the relaxation part, you may like having your knees bent even for the rest of the relaxation. You may be comfortable stretching your legs out flat, but if you choose to do that, notice how it feels compared to how it felt when your knees were bent. You may prefer having the knees bent. You can even put a pillow or a cushion under the knees, or rest your legs up on a chair. Or you're at home, maybe put your legs up on the sofa. This is super good for the back. So find the spot that's good for you. And we're going to take a couple of sighs just to let go a little bit more. So as you're ready, take a nice slow inhale. And then through your mouth. And release any tension. One more inhale. One more sigh. Just give yourself permission to rest. Soft fingers, soft toes. This is one of the most important parts of our yoga practice, to do the relaxation. I'll end with a closing message. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we live with ease. So I encourage you to continue your relaxation for another 5 minutes or 10 minutes if you have it, a minimum of 12 breaths. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.